Hello, it's your Sleepless God is back with a new series. And I know I've been gone for like 5 days. Was it 5 days? No, it's probably 7 days. No, it's 5 days, isn't it? Because I released that video then. Yeah, it's been 5 days. Around 5 days. I've been kind of busy. Fucking life been kicking my ass. Remember, kids, if life's kicking your ass, make a fucking video about it. You'll get YouTube famous. But no. What we're gonna do is a fan reviewed, or a fan wanted me to make this video, and it's what if Deku was God's spawn. Now, I now this one is gonna be complicated because if you don't know the comics, God's spawn is to the point where I don't know how to scale him against the My Hero Academia universe, because to the point where he could wipe out the entire My Hero Academia universe, fucking Thanos style, and snap without a flinch. But we can do it. So let's back up a couple steps. Spawn is what Spawn is a guy who was a special agent figure, killed a lot of people, went down to hell, got a basically hell monster attached onto his body, and now his name is Spawn, and he kills people. God Spawn is when the Mother Nature spirit basically made him Jesus. Understandable. I'm shortening it up by a lot. If you actually wanted to know the story, the full story of Spawn, please read the comics or watch some videos like how I did it and what I did. I read the comics and I watched the videos. Awesome. They're awesome comics. But the scaling of him is going to be overpowered plus because I'm putting a little bit more juicy into him. So at the end of Spawn, we see Spawn sacrificing all of his powers to make a world of his own imagination or his own creation. When he does that, the mother of all things is so proud of him that basically what happens is Spawn is basically put to rest. The character is Spawn, the person who Spawn is, after doing that, is finally his goals. In the comics, it's something else but this is what's happening in my universe. He's finalized his goals, and he wants to sleep now. He is done. His dependent wife is peacefully gone. He is tired. As he makes the other universe as best as he can, reverses the timeline even a little bit, so his beautiful wife is actually marrying still with his best friend and his beautiful daughter. But now it is time for Spawn to sleep, as the whole world is back to normal, as he's finally put to rest, with no more agony, with no more pain. And that's how I'm going to do it, because that's going to be easier for me to wrap around the storyline of Spawn. Because Spawn, what happened is he made the new world, went down to it. This one, he made the new world, but he changed back where it should have been when he was not there. Made it all perfect, made it all right, and did it where he was not there, and his best friend has still married his so beautiful wife, because that's what it should have been. He's dead. He shouldn't be there. I know it's like, that's kind of iffy. I'm doing it like that. As Spawn is put to rest for the last time. But the mother of all things has an idea. As Spawn is basically asleep. Spawn has been sleeping for so long. He's basically been in internal darkness, taking a long and deserved nap. The mother of all things come to him and ask him a favor. If you help a boy out for the last time. As we see a boy, a young boy, greenish, blackish hair, curly, with a couple boys around him. Now, this is Izuku Midoriya, of course, but these are not Bakugo Katsuki. This is a kid with a gun in his hands who's laughing maniacally as he is ready to pull the trigger. This is where we start our story. I finally love doing this shit. I forgot how fun this was, and I'm now gonna just bring in everything I got. As you see a young Midoriya, 6 or 7 years old, with 4 boys surrounding him, holding him down. As you see a boy with a 6-shooter in his hand, pointing the trigger. Now, this world is a lot more grittier and a lot more darker. Some of the in this society, if you have like even a slight bit of a dark quirk, let's say, Sinjo's mind control. Even if it's a little bit dark, you might be put into a maximum security prison. This world is full of corruption and darkness. And what's happening is basically, if you have any quirk that has any villain-ish settings to it, and you don't have a proper and obvious parent who is a hero, most of the time they put the kids into a maximum security prison, and at the age of 21, they execute them. Why is that? So there's less villains. There's less. A lot of people hate this rule and they argue against it, but the government says no. And it shows progress. There's a lot less villains, but there's a lot less people. And it shows the corruption. As a boy with his 6-shooter is now holding down a boy with green, black hair as he pulls the trigger. Now everything stops. Everything is now slow. As we go back to Spawn and the mother of all things, as you see this woman saying to Spawn, will you do one more good deed? As Spawn is sleeping, almost soundlessly, as you see his body, wide eyes slowly awaken, as the mother of all things shows him the world that is so corrupt, is so downgraded with violence. As she zooms into this kid who everything is slowed down, so the bullet is slowly going to his temple. As the mother of all things says, I'm gonna ask you one more favor. As the mother of all things grabs to Spawn's chest, as his wings sprout out, as he feels that power that he once had when he fought Hades, basically the devil and fucking Michael, but it's boosted by a lot more, like up there to the point where even Spawn thinks he could take down Lucifer and Michael with one hand tied behind his back. That's much high his power is. As Spawn's like costume, he got his wings back, and his body is stronger, as he says, I will. I guess I'll do one more favor. As he looks at the kid and says, as the mother of all things says, points to him and says, "That is now your host. Treat him well. He's one of the holiest kids I have ever seen." As a snap of his fingers, as you see, Izuku Midoriya turn back, Spawn. Basically, what Spawn looks like, you see him in the picture, wings and everything, and the Holy Cross. You see him there as he grabs the bullet and he makes it dust. As he says, wait, no, Spawn's not like that. He says, as like tentacles start growing around and grab, not tentacles, but God, this is a hentai already. I thought I would get away from that, but no, as like these wraps, like his cloak, wrap around the gun and pulls to him as he grabs the gun and he cocks it, and he says, I'm making the fucking voice again, kids shouldn't play with guns, as he fires the trigger, as the bullet nicks the kid's face, as it goes past, as he puts it away, as he walks away, as you see the bellowing of the cloak, as you see him walk and says, "It's now time to clean." Let me give you the backstory of Izuku Midoriya, though. Izuku Midoriya is not quirkless. Izuku Midoriya has a quirk. His quirk is named Heal Wounds, and how it works is, yes, I know, I'm like, it basically what it does, it heals minor wounds. It can get better with time, but what it does is basically help people with minor wounds and help people with sickness, and it grows every time he uses it, but he can only use it once a day. So, like, let's say he uses it on himself, that's all he can do for 24 hours, and then he can use it on other people. Bakugo Katsuki actually liked Izuku Midoriya in this one. Why? Because when Bakugo Katsuki, injured his hands or did anything with that, Izuku was always there to heal them and make them better. And Izuku Midoriya got his quirk early and started healing hands, touch everyone every day, so his quirk got better and better and better and better. But Izuku's dad left him, and Izuku's mom got killed because of gang violence. So Izuku got into, a foster care system. Now, I know you're saying is, what about Bakugo's mom? What about her? Izuku's mother didn't have a will. Now, if you don't know about this, and I'm not going to blame you if you do, and I don't know if this is 100% wrong or right, if you don't have a will, your child goes where the government says it goes. That's why you should always have a will. So the child went to a foster care home, and this is like the third day. As we're gonna start our story, back it up again. As you see Spawn start learning about the world he knows about, more in depth, because he got an inside view, like what the history is and everything, but he needs an outside view. He needs everything about the city, everything, every alleyway, every street corner, every block that shouldn't go to, every church that get burned down, every little piece of it. And he knows every single little piece. As Spawn is up on a building top with his wings spread out wide, as he says, "Well, it's time to build an army." As Spawn flies down it starts flying to the jail cells of the kids who were prisoners. And this is where we're ending off. I know it's a short one, but I'm going to make another one today, so don't worry about it too much. Thank you for everyone. Thank you all my subscribers. Subscribe, like, and thank you for the person who commented down this video.